Hello everyone, let me ask you, what's the one thing that can make or break a video game's success? For me, it's something that I learned the hard way after releasing my very first game, which is called UFO Taxi. I truly believe that if I had known this before making my game, it could have connected with more players and it could have found its way into more Steam libraries as well. My number one takeaway from making UFO Taxi is that there's a huge difference between making a game for yourself and your friends versus making one for a broader and unfamiliar audience that you don't even know, especially if you're trying to sell it. I know it may sound kinda obvious at first, but believe me, it has its pitfalls. When you're deep in development, it's easy to create a game that you think is cool, one where you love the gameplay, the level, the characters, the missions and all that. But it turns out that other players might not find your game intuitive and don't know where to go. Or they might struggle to read a lot and skip crucial dialogue texts. And if your game is not prepared for helping the players once they get stuck, they become frustrated. Or worse, they getting bored because their playstyles and skill sets are different from yours and you didn't think about that. UFO Taxi was my first game and I poured almost 2 years into it. Like many indie devs, I balanced a full-time job while sacrificing most of my free time and dealing with stress and anxiety to bring my vision to life. Despite all that effort, the sales were underwhelming. So if you're planning to devote years to create something awesome, make sure it aligns with your target audience's preferences and expectations. Seeing those numbers after release was quite demotivating. It left me questioning whether I was cut out for this game development job at all. But after taking a much needed break, I realized something important. Failure is just, a stepping stone to becoming actually good at something. It's a natural part of the learning process, and that mindset helped me move forward. So I took a step back to reflect on what went wrong and, more importantly, how I could improve the game and myself. First, I learned that what's fun for me isn't always fun or even clear and intuitive for others. I wasn't questioning my design decisions enough, which is critical when making a game for a wider audience. So I started asking myself questions like, what do players consistently enjoy about the game? How can I enhance those elements? What common frustrations or confusing elements do players mention in reviews or feedbacks? And overall, does the game deliver the experience I initially envisioned? To deepen my understanding of game design, I dived into books like The Art of Game Design, videos by great designers like the Indie Game Clinic, and articles from sites like GameDeveloper.com. I also started watching gameplay videos to see how other people in my target audience actually play. Critiquing and reshaping my ideas wasn't easy at first. It's hard to challenge something you've put so much into, but if you're committed to improving, it's absolutely necessary. Recently, I released the 1.1 update for UFO Taxi to address issues with game design and level flow, and I also added controller support and polished the overall experience. So if you try the game and have some feedback, I would love to hear it, either here in the comments or on the discussion boards on Steam. Now let's talk about my second biggest lesson, which is marketing. Actually, lack of marketing. I used to believe that if a game was good, people would naturally discover it, but unfortunately that's not how things work. Marketing is absolutely essential, and I fell short on that when it came to UFO Taxi. If I could do it all over again, I would definitely start marketing much earlier by sharing devlogs, sneak peeks, creating a playable demo and participating in events like Steam Next Fest to generate interest. The earlier and more consistently you connect with your audience, the better your chances are of success. This is especially important on platforms like Steam, where wishlist numbers play a key role in whether your game gets highlighted or not. There are excellent resources out there to help you with marketing. I've learned so much just by subscribing to Chris Zukowski's newsletter. It's full of practical advice and insights. Great stuff. I've also realized that creating shorter games in different genres are an excellent way not only to build a strong portfolio, but also to deepen your understanding of game design, level design, and coding as well. You know, there's a lot of debate online about how big your first few games should be, but if I could go back, I would definitely focus on making really short games. And here's why. Small games can be developed and tested quickly, helping you to learn what works and what doesn't in a shorter time frame. Then you gain hands-on experience in game design, coding, art, and sound without being overwhelmed by the challenges of a large project. Shorter games require less time and resources, minimizing the risk of significant losses if the project doesn't pan out. And finally, if you're aiming to work in the industry, a variety of smaller games showcase your versatility across different genres and mechanics. Since UFO Taxi's release, I've participated in monthly game jams and uploaded 3 new games. These games are free to play on my itch.io page completely, and I would love for you to try them out and share your feedbacks. One of them is called Pizza Trip, an escape room game where the floor is lava and you're trying to pay the pizza delivery guy who waits for you at the front door. But you're high and you have no money or your key in your pocket. Then there's Dice Defenders, an FPS shooter game in space, where you earn points by killing enemies on different sides of the cube. And finally, there's my horror FPS game, where monsters only move when you do, adding a tactical and cautious twist to the gameplay. Honestly, I would love to connect with more players, devs, who share the passion for gaming and creative ideas. Whether you're a seasoned gamer, dev, or someone who just enjoys discovering unique indie games, your thoughts and feedback mean a lot. If that sounds like something you would enjoy, go ahead, subscribe to stay updated on my games, gameplays, upcoming projects, and the stories behind them. Thank you for watching, whether it's day, morning, or evening where you are. I hope you have an amazing time. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.